Hi, I'm Phil Pignataro, and we're here at Minicraft World Headquarters in Elgin, Illinois. And tonight I thought I'd show you one of their latest products, a 1/144th scale McDonnell Douglas MD-80. I've been building models for about 50 years, mostly 1/72nd World War II airplanes, but about 8 or 9 years ago I started to expand into the 1/144th area of airliners to add some color to my collection. And this particular model is the MD-80. It's a version of the original DC-9 that Douglas made in the mid-60s, and this aircraft is still flying today. This particular model shows you a Trans-World Airlines scheme that is called their reverse scheme. Most of their aircraft are white with red lettering on them. This one is just the opposite, as you can see. It's a red fuselage with the white letters and detail striping. So this is the box. You open up the box, and in the plastic bag, nicely wrapped, you have the fuselage and the other parts for the engines and landing gear, and then another sprue for the wings, and then a small bag of clear plastic which protects the part from being scratched, and then a set of instructions right here, and then finally the decals. And we'll just kind of go through this and I'll show you what each one is. Open this up with my X-Acto knife. This kit has 54 parts molded in white plastic. It has etched or engraved panel lines in all of the parts, and then also on the fuselage there are two raised lines that go down where the windows are. So these are the two main fuselage and accessories, and then over here we have the wings. And you can see here the wings. A very nice feature about the wings is that if you notice that this particular one has two tabs and this one has one. These are on opposite sides of the fuselage and they dovetail into each other, which adds strength to the wings and support for the aircraft. Let's see, the last bag contains the clear part. So I can open here. And this is the windscreen for the aircraft. A nice feature about this is you notice it is not just the windscreen. It's a piece that forms the roof of the cockpit and also the sides of the cockpit. So what this allows you to do is glue this piece into the fuselage once it's assembled, and you can work on the seam without scratching the glass or the plastic in the windscreen itself. Another nice feature that the Minicraft kits have is, I don't know if you can see this so well, but these are the two intakes for the engines, and they're one piece. So on the a lot of the older kits, airliner kits for the jet engines, they came in two halves, and you had a seam right down the front and on the inside which you had to work on to eliminate. But this process, by having the one-piece engine intake, eliminates that problem. Once you have the kit assembled, and I can just show you the instructions here, it's just take you right through the assembly. It has a nice parts map over here, and then after you've assembled the fuselage, and one thing to notice that you do have to put some weight in the nose, either in the form of lead sinkers or any metal part that you have to put in there to add some weight so that the aircraft does not sit on its tail. After that, you go over to the engines, one on each side, and then the assembly where you start putting the wings together to the fuselage, the engines, and the horizontal stabilizer, and then continue over to the landing gear. And it first has you put the main landing gear on each wing, and then the nose gear. Finally, on the last two pages are painting diagrams. This one is fairly simple to paint. The main fuselage is just red, and it has the color codes down here. And the wing, like all of the airliners, or most of the airliners, have aluminum or natural metal leading edges, and some shade of gray for the main part of the wing, and the same holds true for the horizontal stabilizer. And let me just show you the decals. These are water slide decals, which means that you have to cut them out, immerse them in water, put them on a paper towel or a surface that just dry for just a few seconds, and then slide the decal off onto the model. You can use water to help you move the decals around. Once you have them set, you can take a paper towel or a Q-tip or something like that to smooth it out and let it dry. Once the decals are on, you have your finished model, and we just happen to have one right here. This is one that I built for Minicraft, and you can see it came out pretty much like it looks on the box. The decals fit very nicely. They lay down very smoothly and fit into all the recessed panel lines. And you can see the landing gear are attached to the lower part of the wings, and they're very sturdy because of the interlocking way that the wings are designed. Overall, it's a fairly simple kit to build, and it turns out to a very nice looking model, something that I'd be really proud of.